Hey everyone, it's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to talk to you about why you should read the Magic of the Lost series by C.L. Clarke. So far only books 1 and 2 are out. We have the Unbroken and then we have the Faithless. Full disclosure, I did request a review copy of The Faithless from the publisher, so thank you so much to Orbit for sending that to me. But the reason I requested this was because I loved The Unbroken so much. I wanted to get my hands on book 2 ASAP. So this is military fantasy, and we follow Terrain, and she was stolen as a child and raised to kill and die for the Empire, so she only sees loyalty to her fellow conscripts. But now her company has been sent back to her homeland to try to stop a rebellion, so now her loyalties are kind of being tested and she's re-examining them. And Terrain is called a sand, so she's basically like a lower class citizen in this empire, but she loves her country. She loves being in the military for this country, and that is just what she lives for. We also have Luca, who is a princess, and Luca just wants her throne. And she needs a turncoat, so someone who can tiptoe the line between treason and following orders, and someone who can sway the rebels toward peace, while Luca can focus on getting her uncle off of the throne. That really intrigued me, so I picked it up. It is very low magic, just keep that in mind, and it is very heavily military fantasy, but in the best way possible. So one reason I think that you definitely need to read the series is just for Terrain and Luca. They are messy, flawed characters, but there's something about them that makes you want to root for them. And I love their relationship dynamic and the ins and outs of it and the ups and downs of it. It's so just keeps you on the edge of your seat wanting more. Another reason that you should definitely read the series is the writing style. It's unique, but in a really good way. So at times it's very gritty, and at times it's also almost poetic and beautiful. And C.L. Clarke meshes these styles in such a fabulous way, and the way that C.L. Clarke wrote these books just really kept me on the edge of my seat, wanting to find out more. One of her strengths as a writer, I feel like, is the dialogue, and I like that she used the dialogue as a way to also help further the plot without feeling like telling you like, okay, we're gonna do this, but let's talk about this so we can go do this. It was very show, even through the dialogue, which was just fabulous. Another reason you definitely need to read this is the exploration of the themes of colonization, identity, faith, loyalty, and displacement. Colonization, for sure, that is a heavy theme in this book. And I think the author does such a great job of exploring it and making you look at all the perspectives to really get a full view of what it's actually like for both sides. I also really liked her exploration of displacement. Terrain grew up in one culture, and then at a young age she was stolen as a child and raised to be this, basically like this weapon for this empire. And we definitely see her fighting those feelings throughout the book, and her identity and meshing the two together, and what's really her identity versus how she was raised. It's just really interesting. This book is also extremely queer, and it's a non-issue, and I love it. So I really I just love that it's just accepted and it's just not an issue. And really, the deal breakers in this world are more related to race and class, which, yes, are still horrible and still very relevant. But I just really, really love that queerness is something that is just a thing and it's not a deal breaker. And you can love who you want to love, and that's totally okay. And also, like, these covers, Terrain's arms, fabulous. Luca on the throne, fabulous. Like, who gave them permission to look this good? For real. So they're just such attractive characters. And I love these covers so much. There's also some angst in this book, and I'm here for it, and it's the best way possible. And angst related to, like, power dynamics and colonization and the things that are going on in the world that you feel like you have no control over but you want to change. I feel like that's very relatable angst and very, very good to read on page. Last reason I think you should read this is the magic. It is low magic, but it's very tied into religion and religious ceremonies and practices and kind of the meshing or not so much meshing of secular and science and religion. And I just thought it was really fascinating, especially in the second book. We get to discover that a lot more. And everything that the first book did, I feel like the second book just took it and hit the ground running. So highly, 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 highly recommend the series. And I'm really glad I reread the Unbroken before I jumped into the Faithless. I think it's great to read them back to back and just consume this as quickly as possible because it was just so good. So good. So have you read this series? If so, please let me know, or if you'd like to read the series. If you want to leave some kind of emoji, leave a desert or sand emoji. As always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.